Welcome back to another episode of 40 Facts About the 40k Universe. I am your host, Gersh1, and you are watching One Mind Syndicate. Today we continue talking about Space Marines as we talk about the Deathwatch, specifically the Deathwatch Champion. If you're new to the channel, subscribe because we post Warhammer 40k content every single day, and also make a suggestion for whatever topic of Warhammer 40k lore you guys would like us to create a 40 Facts about. With that said, let's get into 40 Facts about the Deathwatch Champion. A Deathwatch champion is amongst the mightiest and most feared warriors within the ranks of the Deathwatch. Comparable to an Emperor's champion, these mighty Xeno slayers fear nothing that the galaxy may throw at them, seeking out and challenging the mightiest alien foes in personal combat. Deathwatch champions are amongst the mightiest of the Emperor's chosen. A Deathwatch champion fears no alien monstrosity or Xeno's death machine. His skills and armaments the equal of anything the foe can bring to bear. His coming is an inspiration to his battle brothers, and a terror to his enemies, as he is an all-destroying comet, blazing across the battlefield in an arc of glory. A Space Marine in the Deathwatch may be elevated to the status of champion by several means. Most commonly, the honor is bestowed by the Watch Captain in recognition of a mighty feat of arms in battle. However, Deathwatch champions are also elevated on the strength of their long-standing courage and steadfastness, by the turn of the Emperor's Tarot, or by common acclaim by their battle brothers. A battle brother might already be long noted as being destined for great things, being a mighty hero of great renown. Or he might just as easily be a newly arrived Space Marine, just beginning his vigil, and virtually unknown amongst the Deathwatch until he performs a feat so daring it demands the recognition of his peers. Those that are elevated to become a Deathwatch champion have access to the most sacred vestments of war, brought forth from the deepest armored vaults of the Watch fortresses, to garb a newly rised champion. The most finely crafted power armor of ceramite and adamantium is fitted to their bodies and heavily laden with purity seals and inscriptions praising their ultimate progenitor, the Emperor of mankind. Weapons of the most illustrious heritage are given for the champion selection, from ancient and deadly chainswords with glittering teeth of mica, or flashing thunderhammers and power fists once wielded by great heroes of the past. It is the personal choice of the champion himself of how he wants to fight. Almost without exception, they train and arm themselves for close combat. In order for them to be more proficient killers of the Xenos, they are inundated with massive amounts of information about a host of different alien species and their specific vulnerabilities, through redoubled sessions of hypno-indoctrinations in order to instill a subconscious understanding of their foes. The finest combat masters of the Deathwatch will dedicate themselves to a champion's tutelage, and their intensive instructions will include techniques drawn from the deepest mysteries of the Watch. The 7 paths of opening, for example, were learned from the Officio Assassinorum operatives long ago, and are only taught to a select few in the greatest secrecy. The 7 paths of opening are a series of devastating blows, any one of which could cripple an opponent and leave them vulnerable to a follow-up attack. The 13 ways of ending is the result of centuries of study and teaches the champion 13 fatal points that will kill any even vaguely humanoid Xenos in a single blow. A Deathwatch champion fights in concert with a select kill team, commonly chosen from his comrades prior to his elevation. The champion will seek out and destroy the strongest foe under the cover of his kill team, demoralizing the enemy with his deadly skills and dominating the battlefield. He will loudly proclaim his desire for the enemy to send their best to face him, and will never refuse a challenge, no matter the odds. Few enemies can battle the champion as an equal, and lesser foes are dispatched with contemptuous ease. With their champion, other Space Marines become night unstoppable, and their combined fury will shatter all but the stoutest defenses. They will give no thought to retreat until the battle is won. A Deathwatch champion may fight on for decades in that guise, or endure for only a single engagement. It may be a champion's destiny to participate in a righteous purgation of Xenos races beneath a dozen alien suns, or to eliminate a single mighty foe of sufficient status, or change the course of a war. Few champions survive to eventually rejoin the ranks of their chapter, and of those that do, most bear terrible wounds. Even through their death, a death champion can serve a higher purpose. The Deathwatch will avenge a fallen champion with a cold and dreadful determination. However strong the force needs to be, more kill teams will be dispatched to retrieve the champion's gene seed and war gear. Should a fallen champion prove truly unreachable through even the most determined efforts of his battle brothers, then kill ships will follow. The kill ship will rain down their hellish payloads and transform the site of the champion's martyrdom into a funeral pyre of continental proportions. Attalus Fellhand is another recent arrival to Watch Fortress Arioch in the Jericho Reach. Attalus has won renown as a great slayer of orcs amongst his battle brothers in the Space Wolf chapter, a tremendous acclaim in a chapter so well known for its fierce love of hand-to-hand combat. He has been sent from the Space Wolf's Great Company, currently serving in the Orpheus Salient, to learn the ways of the Tyranid fighting on Arioch, so that he can return and teach them to his battle brothers. In truth, Attalus makes a poor student and a worse teacher, a fact he is painfully aware of and deeply worried about. Attalus covers his fear of failure with brash antagonism, much preferring to work out his frustrations in duels or challenges. He has gained a reputation for impulsiveness and disorderly conduct that has strained the nerves of the Chamber of Vigilance more than once. Unsurprisingly, Deathwatch Forgemaster Harrow Greyweaver is ferocious in support of his chapter brother. Greyweaver insists that the young pup, as he calls him, will shape up with time. Watch Commander Mordegrau has struck a balance of assigning Attalus just about any Deathwatch mission involving even ascent of Tyranids. It is the hope that Attalus will be more successful at learning by doing in the company of Deathwatch battle brothers, knowledgeable in the ways of the Tyranids. As a side effect, the policy serves to keep the troublesome Attalus away from the fortress for lengthy periods of time. And those were 40 facts on Deathwatch champions. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys have any other roles within the Deathwatch or any specific lore on the Deathwatch that you guys would like us to create a video for, please comment down below. Now, it's really interesting because the story of Attalus I wanted to throw in there to show that even though he is a champion of the Deathwatch, he seems like a burden. And it really is a burden whenever you challenge somebody on the battlefield. Because not only does that mean you're going to get stuck in, but whatever unit, whatever company you're with, is also going to have to worry about having one of their battle brothers out in the battlefield so close to the enemy. And they're not going to leave you there. Space Marines are not like that. And really, it's the same sentiment whenever I would get into close combat and then somebody would declare a challenge, or I would declare a challenge. Most of the time, the challenge itself was only beneficial in very few moments. When you're trying to get rid of a weak close combat warlord or something like that. But for the most part, the challenge itself in the game was pointless. So I'm glad they got rid of it. Comment down below if you guys share that sentiment. But as far as I know, not very many people saw the benefit or actually reaped the benefit of the challenge in close combat. And again, guys, I want to thank you so much for tuning in every single day to watch our videos and listen to us read you the lore of Warhammer 40k. We have a appreciation giveaway going on right now, so if you want to win a starter collection set of the Necrons and the Dark Eldar, and of course the new box set that came out with the Primaris Marines and the Plague Marines, I forget the name of the box set, but we have giveaways for those if you check out the 40 facts on the Lost Primarchs, 40 facts on the Necron Overlord, and 40 facts on the Dark Eldar Cabal. All you have to do is comment in those videos, and you can win those prizes. So be sure to go over there and do that. You can have multiple entries, but be careful. because YouTube will start deleting your comments if they see that you're just spamming multiple comments. So if you tune in every single day, go to that video, make a comment, that's going to increase your chances of winning, and it's going to increase, or it's going to prevent the chance of you getting deleted, because YouTube will see that you're not spamming, you're just commenting every single day. But once is fine. Don't do too many. But again, guys, thank you so much for participating, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. This was Gersh1 with One Mind Syndicate, signing out.